This was gold. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, bro. Can you guys hear me now? I was having so much fun. I was singing fucking songs. The fuck? It's on. There it is. Why the fuck would the mute button need to be red for it to be off? What the fuck? I literally was singing songs to Stacy in the Algorand community. Oh, it was fun. Damn it. I went off on people. Oh my God. Best episode. Yeah. I literally, D13's here. I just totally plugged Myth Finance. Okay. First of all, yesterday, if you watched the show, my son is learning counting stars on the piano, and my daughter got jealous, and so she's learning. So I was like singing counting stars, whatever, One Republic, I think. And now my daughter is singing or is learning, and this song stuck in my head. The song that goes lately, and I dedicated it to the Algorand community. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. And then I incorporated it to also be to Stacy Warden, the CEO of Algorand, and I sang it again to her. Before that, I talked about Myth Finance. I talked about how oh my God, all of that was gone. All of that was like my best episode. This is the 5th day in a row, right? That was the most fun I've had doing this since I've gotten back from 5 days in a row, my 5th day in a row. Most fun I had was the last 5 minutes, and I was on mute. This is like, Mom, talked a lot about this Chinese talked a lot about this Chinese nuclear bunker they're building that's going to be larger than the Pentagon. Guys, it was fucking gold. You saw it. You saw it on my face, how much fun I was had. Muted Daniels. I literally saw Muted Daniels, and I thought he was referring to people in the polka dot community having me on mute. Oh, you motherfuckers. Anyways, I will, because D13's in the building, I will say that I was kind of going off on this idea that, this base meme. It's like that rugged or whatever. It's kind of like nobody gives a shit. It's over. Okay. You have to build now. Okay. Community like Coop. You got D13, who is, if anybody's responsible for Coop, it's D13 and their DAO. And now he's built a really cool liquid staking platform called Myth Finance. And you can stake your algo and earn rewards in Coop. And then the Coop community or whoever can also juice farms to make you earn even bigger APY. It's the builders. It's the communities that are going to build. There's that automatically puts buy pressure for Coop. And then Aura, another native cool meme coin. I mentioned how I'm going to dust off my Kibiscus wallet, and I'm going to start messing around with the Void community. I shouted them out for being persistent, even though everybody hates them. I did a lot of things. Why? Why would it be red? The mute button. Why would the mute button be red? It's not my normal mic. I think it sounds better. My son got it because he wants to be a gamer. And I needed to do a video, and the sound sounded better on his Yeti than my Rode. So I've been using it. I didn't know, guys. I was having a lot of fun. You guys saw how much fun I was having. Exactly. I think people hate me for having a good time too, Gov. All right, good. Well, at least you guys are having fun. Watching me freaking... Imagine being like, what is going on? If you're just listening to this on X, why is it so silent? All right, well, whatever. You guys are jerks. Somebody should have called me. I wouldn't have answered. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome to the Recoup. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and today is Thursday, April 17th. My birthday's coming up. That's exciting. I'm going to go to the mountains. I did all of this. Send me gifts. Don't have to send me gifts. I'm joking. Jesus. Now he's begging. It's not going well, folks. Oh, you had to be there. You had to be there. Not everybody hates. Okay, we already read that. Ha ha, nah, I like Voy. Mel likes Voy. Drop your address, Mel. Hey, proud Voy boy who still has big bags on Algo. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. You can like two things. Oh, I like you too. I've called this Voy board meeting and now it can come to order. Oh, shoot. They've come. They're in the building. All right, folks. How are we doing? Everybody good? All right. Let's look at CNBC. Let's go scroll the news, navigate the noise, and be live. We're doing this every day again. How does it feel? It's a moving target with the time, but now I'm fully disclosing that moving target for about a year. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but for about a year, I showed up here at 6 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, every Monday through Friday. So to all you people saying that I don't do this show consistently, there was an entire year where I was waking up at 5 in the morning for you fuckers, exposing corruption, getting DMs from people being like, hey man, like you might want to stop doing that. Don't you have kids? So I stopped. Anyways, all right, let's move on. So let's go to sharing my screen and go into CNBC and check it out. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Do. That was Baby Shark for all of you that don't know. All right, so we got this. We need to get me in the corner. There we are. How does that feel? All right, so the Dow's down, but everything else is in the green. What's going on? Oh, it's United Health. Isn't that the one where the CEO or whatever got slain? United Health, and I think this is a tariff thing. Isn't this fun? Isn't this life fun where we just think about tariffs all day? Oh, the medical equipment is going to get more expensive. Oh, China's building a nuclear bunker for their warlords. Ooh. United Health stock is plunging on higher medical costs. That may mean trouble for more insurers. Trump again calls for Fed to cut rates, says Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. I mean, hot take, but I actually appreciate Powell. He's the same every single time. He's been through different administrations. The guy doesn't seem to change. I don't know. A steady hand at the Fed doesn't feel like the worst thing in the world. Judge finds Google holds illegal online ad tech monopolies. Should investors dump U.S. stocks for international equities? What experts think? I can tell you this. It's probably not a good idea to emotionally dump U.S. stocks because the vibe is low. It's a weird bet. It's a weird bet to make. Eli Lilly weight loss pill succeeds. Okay, let's see. That's enough. Markets will crash if Trump can fire Fed's Powell. Elizabeth Warren warns. She just lost all credit. Nobody cares, Elizabeth. Retire. Go away. Find somebody that you think is good that will be able to push forward some genuine progressive ideals and stop being a weird shadow bank shill that like moralizes and builds the least effective anti-crypto army in existence. You're done, baby. You're done. Can't believe that was all muted. All right, let's go to Bloomberg. All right. EU weighs export restrictions on U.S. if trade negotiations fail. Such a retaliation by the EU would mark an escalation in an expanding trade dispute as it could invite a forceful response from Washington. Oh, you think? I mean, the West should probably figure out how to like each other. I mean, heaven forbid that the United States and Canada get along again. I don't know. IMF says global economy slowing on trade reboot, but avoiding recession. All right. Bank oversight. Trump's millionaire tax would hit CEOs, Wall Street bankers, while billionaires slide. Mm-hmm. All right. Nobody cares about SPACs. SPACs set to capitalize on IPO freeze with $1 billion deal burst. Yeah. Do not invest in SPACs, folks. All right, let's go to the block. Sweeping Department of Justice memo signals turning point and possible relief for embattled crypto firms. Coinbase is improving their Solana support, increasing their transaction throughput fivefold. Oh, joy. What do you got? We got the block. Stablecoin turf wars. Bank of America, Tether, and Circle battle to shape U.S. rules. Bank of America is lobbying for rules favoring banks over tech firms and stablecoin issuance. Circle is positioning itself as a compliant U.S. alternative to offshore giant Tether. Stablecoin legislation will determine who can legally issue dollar-backed tokens in the U.S. and what the rules of engagement are for those that can. Bank of America's statement that he's prepared to issue a stablecoin if Congress provides regulatory framework didn't just grab headlines. It underscored how seriously America's banking sector is now taking digital assets. Now, as Congress debates stablecoin legislation, a high-stakes power struggle is playing out between traditional banks, tech giants, and crypto firms like Tether and Circle. Principally through lobbying trade organizations like Bank Policy Institute and American Bankers Association, Bank of America has been pushing lawmakers for rules that would favor established banks' ability to launch stablecoins while simultaneously limiting commercial enterprises, such as big tech companies. The reason why you do that is because if you don't, a retail company, for example, could look at your bank account, your statements, your expenses, and make some really, really intrusive and anti-competitive decisions about how they market to you. Oh, sure, buddy. And so Congress a long time ago decided to make that separation, and there's no such separation for current payment stablecoin issuers under both bills. Bank of America is certainly the deep state. All right, let's go to Blockworks real quick, see if there's anything we like here. Things are moving. Things are moving up. We're going to look at prices soon, but that looks good. Who cares? Yeah, there's just nothing. I don't see anything that I really care about. Let's look at prices. That's always fun. What was it? Was it called base? Base is for everyone. Oh, see this? 11 million. What did it start at? What are people fucking crying about? This isn't the most egregious meme coin chart in the world. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Yeah, somebody bought the shit out of it and then sold it down. Then it tried to recover and it went back down. And now it's trying to recover again. Like a bunch of fucking weird whiners. I saw Solana and the Solana people, right? Trying to fade base. I don't understand. I mean, I haven't looked into it, so maybe I'm being a little naive here. But okay, fear and greed is at 30. So it is ticking back up to greed a little bit. Bitcoin is up over 85 again. Volume is low volume. 23 billion is not a lot, much lower than usual. ETH volume is also low, but it's back up over 1,600. Both of them are up about 7% over the last week. XRP also up about 7%. Don't really know the normal volume for XRP, but that looks about, I don't know. I'd just be guessing. Solana up on 23% over the last 7 days. I don't know. I mean, I'm fading Solana, so it's probably going to backfire because I'm investing in what I want to see in the industry rather than what is happening. And Solana's, I guess, happening. But I actually value things like decentralization and resiliency and, actually building the future for like just the first principles of this industry and want to support that. So I guess that's what I got to do. I'm going to have fun staying poor and just keep on investing in holding my Bitcoin, I guess. All right. Cardano has some of those principles and it is up about 5%. So it's up, almost 63 cents. We got AVAX up over 8% in the last week. Polkadot, we all know that I like Polkadot. That's up about 7% in the last week, up almost 5 in the last 24 hours, up to 366. They have a lot of interesting upgrades happening to their technology. It's going to be able to scale, move a lot quicker. I'm trying to understand, I asked, but the Polkadot community is, I don't know what they are, to be honest. Lamest KOLs in the history of mankind. But I am curious because they have it's basically native roll-ups. And so there's off-chain, batching, and it's going to scale, allow you to do a lot of different things with gaming and AI. There's a lot of projects built on Polkadot. The premier kind of gaming and sort of AI and stuff like that chains are actually built on Polkadot. And this upgrade is going to make it a lot better. I'm curious on how the sequencing is decentralized and all that stuff, but it seems to be, and I'm here for it. Gavin Wood is constantly online complaining now about the industry and where the leaders are making it go. And it just speaks to me. That's like the kind of leadership I want. He's got the credibility to speak like that. And he is fighting for the first principles of this industry. I fucking like it. So I'm not a big fan of these, they're like AI responses that everybody's farming dot. And then a guy comes in organically trying to speak about him. And anyways, I do this every show. You guys don't care and they're not watching. All right, let's keep on moving. So I'll go to Algorand. Algorand, dang girl. Look at you, man. Number 46. What's up, baby? Stacy may be packing her bags a little bit. Almost 19 cents. Up 8% in the last 7 days. Volume is low. Volume is low right now, folks. People are waiting to see how all this shit... I think people are expecting things to go down. I'm expecting things to go down. We didn't even look at what I like to look at CNBC. I talked about the news. Okay, this is enough. I want to go back to CNBC and check metals and oil and stuff. Yeah, Caddy Smooth's here. My favorite viewer, Caddy Smooth. Coop, watching while I work. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Agree with that and the principles. Alga is good. Trio. Maybe they're ICP in there. Yeah, I need to learn more about ICP too. Don't really know much about it except for Scott Summers. And we can all thank Scott Summers for another meme on the Algorand community, that builds. ATARD. I'm ATARD. Hey. All right, oil. Actually, bonds. Okay, the 10 years up a little bit. Oil up. It's good. My oil stocks needed. They've gotten a lot of hate lately. But that's good. I mean, it's not good for the prices of gas, but it's good for my my oil bags. Gold. Oh shoot! Look at that red in the gold. It's still over $3,331. I love you, gold. I love my gold. But gold's record rally pauses as investor cashing gains. Oh, when are you getting? I'm not cashing in shit. Silver is, I'm holding my gold because I believe in that. Silver is 32 and a half. I'd probably sell my gold around 4,500. Buy something nice for the lady. Copper is at 470. Okay, that's up. All right, we did that. Now let's go to Vestige. What do you guys know about some of these? Does anybody know anything about some of these interesting projects that I see on Polkadot, or I guess Base 2? There a lot of them are across chain, but Peak and Origin Trail, and obviously I've talked about Mythic. Mythic, is it? I'm always like confused because of D13 thing, but I think Mythic Games. I mean, I know about that. You don't need to tell me about that, but I'm interested in Origin Trail. Actually, I wonder what you guys know about that. It seems legit. Anyways, okay, let's share Vestige and see what's going on in the Algorand eco. Tiny's down. Exa. Tiny's in the red because it looks like Algo's pumping a bit. So you're going to see ASA is probably in the red. Polka Gold. A little bit of green. Monco got back over $1 million market cap. There's on our favorite prediction market, Alpha Arcade. There is a prediction about Monco reaching $5 million market cap before a certain time, but their volume is not high. Definite passed Coop, apparently. Coop, for the gains and the things you're going to get. Still, when it comes to the Algorand meme scene, consistently for years, it's what, more than double Monco volume. Four times Definite. Five, six times Aura. So it's definitely more than Akita, Nico. There you go. Moon Juice, Rocket Fuel. It takes the last 24 hours and that cake. All right. Let's check Decrypt real quick just to see if they have anything different. Sometimes they have different stuff. Binance CEO says exchange is helping countries with crypto reserves. Folks, this is going to happen. Do you guys understand? This is happening. When you see that Bitcoin is getting mined at such the mempools are completely empty and the difficulty is high and everything is getting just flushed out, everything's getting mined as quickly as possible, it means that people with very low cost electricity, governments, I mean, I'm just popping off, I don't really know, but this is what I think, are trying to get as much Bitcoin. They're racing to trying to get as much Bitcoin and keep it from competitors as possible. There's a race. And Bitcoin's going to catch up to gold. And gold's going to keep on going. I don't know. Don't fade it. I mean, you're here. I hope you're not fading it. Bitcoin trading volatility may be cooling. All right, fine. Oh, Pumped Up Funds taking the, let's see. Pumped Up Funds co-founder rejects Base's token experiment. It says platform won't launch a token. Oh, let's hear it. Please sit on your mighty throne, Pumped Up Fund. Solana-based meme coin launchpad Pumped Up Fund's co-founder has pushed back against Coinbase's Layer 2 network Base's controversial auto-minted token experiment, making it clear its platform has no plans to follow suit. There's a reality where what Base did is normal in a few years' time, but it definitely isn't today, and that has resulted in hurt. The post was a direct response to the Bases for Everyone token, which was minted automatically through on-chain social platform Zora from a post made by Bases' official X account. Within moments, a token tied to the post began trading, soaring to 17 million market cap before crashing over 90%. I think we're being a bunch of whiners. Fucking, it soared to 17 million and then it crashed. What the fuck are you complaining about? Bunch of babies. What industry are you even in? Oh, 17 million. Okay, sorry. All right. $13 million. Okay, we're done. What is California? What do you got? What's Ledin? ICE California expansion as TradFi prepares to deploy big dollars at scale. Ledin CEO said the centralized crypto lender now has 1.5 billion worth of assets on its platform. Okay, so that's a centralized. I hope California. I actually think that that's one thing that Gavin Newsom is open to, because I mean, obviously California makes, well, used to. I mean, what am I giving him credit for? You have to be the biggest idiot in the history of mankind to let Hollywood leave Los Angeles. What is wrong with you? Making it impossible for Hollywood to exist as it has been for in its entire, the movie industry and the TV industry, just letting it all happen in places like Utah and Georgia. Like, make it competitive to shoot movies and television shows in Los Angeles, you dork, you weirdo. Same thing goes with Silicon Valley. Like, yeah, make California a crypto hub. Damn it. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Bitcoin Gold and see how it's going. Since, yeah, it's up. Bitcoin's ticking back up. What is that? This is the 1 day. So 1 day, Bitcoin creeping up. We're at almost 26 ounces of gold per Bitcoin. I think we reached an all-time high in December of like 37, 38. I probably could confirm that somewhere. That's just from me looking sort of casually. But so Bitcoin is up about 2%, almost 2% in the last 24 hours against gold. Let's look at the dollar. The dollar is up a little bit. Still sub 100. So in the 1 day, it is green a little bit. 5 days still in the red. And you can look across that it's, you can now look across and see that it's red across the board on every other metric, which should be great for things like gold and Bitcoin. Scarce, hard money. The Double Dare guy? What are you guys talking about? That was Mark. Oh, no, Scott Summers that was Mark Summers. Yeah, Double Dare. Jesus, we're the same age. You look so much older than me, Chris. We're the same age. Let's see. What else we got? Anything else? Are you guys talking? No idea. We'll look it out. Super rich will gather BTC and most coins too. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And don't get shaken out. Have your conviction. Don't get shaken out. And don't be an idiot too. So you have to get shaken out. You guys want to look at Alpha Arcade, friend of the show, supporter of the show, awesome prediction market on Algorand, where you can build you can build Uber on top of Algorand, but you can also build a killer prediction market. All right, so the Oklahoma City Thunder have a 41%. What happens if you say no? Because a lot of times you can't get the price you want. I'm saying if we say no, say we spend $10 that they're not going to win. I mean, that's pretty good odds. I mean, they have a good defense. Maybe I'm sleeping on their defense. I haven't watched, and by the way, I haven't really watched a lot of Thunder. I don't really watch it. That's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Will the Warriors advance past the Rockets? And it is 63% yes. And the Warriors are the 7th seed that had to win a play-in game and barely got past the Grizzlies against the 2 seed in the Houston Rockets. And people are like, the Warriors are going to win. And by the way, the Warriors have sort of owned the Rockets this year. And now we got Jimmy Butler. My concern is that, well, obviously Dylan Brooks and Draymond Green hate each other. So Draymond doing something stupid and getting kicked out of games or ejected or whatever. That's a concern. And then another concern is that our young guys are a little inconsistent. So you got Pods and you got Moses Moody, who have been playing out of their mind for us. But, you know, as the moment gets bigger, you don't want to really be relying on Pods hitting 3-pointers and Moses Moody hitting 3-pointers. But you got Steph, you got Jimmy. Those guys can step up to the moment. Kevon Looney's been there. Our young guy, Quentin Post from Boston College, is hitting threes. I'm excited. I love the Warriors. The Bucks advance past the Pacers. They got the Pacers because they got no Dame over there in Buckland. Will the Lakers advance past the Timberwolves? That's a kind of... Yesterday I did really, really well. But I did well. I mean, I did really well, but I just didn't bet a lot. But I did really well with the underdogs. I bet on Dallas and I bet on the Heat. And both of those came. I think, personally, I mean, I think that the Timberwolves are probably too young. And in the end, the Lakers will win this series. But I got to say, if I were thinking of an underdog situation here, I think the Timberwolves could do it. Well, the Clippers advance past the Nuggets. Man, they got the Clippers advancing past the Nuggets. The disrespect of Jokic. Jamal Murray, he must be ready for this, right? Is he back? I'm rooting for the Clippers. My son's a Clipper fan, so we have made a deal that we both root for. He roots for the Warriors. I'll root for the Clippers, and when they're not playing each other. But then when they play each other, all bets off. He won the other day. Kawhi's playing great basketball. Now the issue with and what's his face? Zubac on the Clippers is playing great basketball. James Harden is playing well. But he's just not big moment. Just like on the Nuggets, you got Russell Westbrook. Oh, man. That's the guy that's walking into retirement. Who wants that on your team? Holy shit. All right, let's see. But he's fun, you know. All this talk about Trae Young. Anybody? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm talking basketball. I love basketball. But Trae Young, you know, the pearl clutching about Trae Young's behavior at the end of that thing. It's just like, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just an emotional guy that pops off. So I have sympathy for guys like that. But dude, I don't know what he was frustrated about, but he certainly was frustrated that they lost that game. And he acted out a little bit. Like, who gives a shit? He's a competitor and a hothead. That's what they do. Good. We don't all need to turn into AI polished sweethearts. Sick of it. When is the NFL draft? Next Thursday. Hell yeah. Fun. I like the draft. All right. Anyways. There you go. I was talking about this Monco 5 million market cap by end of August. I mean, this is a dangerous one though, because the volume gets high enough, the Monco heads can pump the price. We saw them do it at the beginning. Oh, but that's what happens in memes. Okay, a lot of this stuff. I mean, if you guys are into Champion League basketball is what I just said. That's not what I meant. Football, de non-Americano, soccer, a lot of good stuff there. All right. Sweet. We did it, folks. How are the markets? Let's look real quick. So the Dow's making a recovery. So the markets are recovering. So hard to really know where all this is headed. It's weird that it's like simultaneously weird that we're also chill because as China and the US tensions escalate to unprecedented levels, but at the same time, you don't want to feed into that crap because, most times these things end up being not that big of a deal. But we'll see. Game of chicken. Weird game of chicken. Google money printing machine can be easily dismantled, I just saw. Trump says U.S. to sign Ukraine minerals deal next Thursday. All right. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Just kidding. Hey, guys, thanks for showing up. All of you in the chat, all of you that have been active in the chat. Mel says, I wonder how Monero will do in the long run, too. Yeah, me too. I think that is the privacy coin. You would hope that people like Silvio and these guys that are the big brains will really figure out how to do privacy. I don't know. LOL. I don't know how I feel about that. It was a good 5-day run. What are we talking about? What are you talking about, Chris? Wait a second. What if we haven't been active in the chat? I still thank you for showing up. You're allowed to watch the show and not chat. It was a good 5-day run. What were you saying? I'm done? Two different things. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. It might be basketball related. It could be other related. We got to get you on the show. You said I look a lot older than you. Oh. Oh, you're quitting on. Look at me. Come on, man. You got what you got on your face. I got in droves on my head and my upper lip. All right, folks. And you said you're done streaming. Oh, no, I'm not done. I'll be back tomorrow, probably before I go to the mountains to celebrate my birth. And by the way, we will not be celebrating. I mean, maybe at a dinner the candle will come, but there's no celebrating. Once you have 4 children, your birthday is literally like there's no holiday that is less important than the father's birthday. Sort of sad, I guess. There you go. See, you're getting in there, football transfer gossip. You must have been impressed when I accidentally called football basketball. I mean, that is the America's best contribution. Well, I don't know. What do you think? You guys, basketball is more of a global sport, obviously, than baseball. So basketball is our big contribution. Is it even an American thing? Probably. All right. Anyways, now I'm just rambling. Folks, I will see you almost 95%. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to get this week done. We're going to keep on going. Can't stop, won't stop. We didn't even look at X. You guys want to scroll my Twitter timeline with me for a few minutes? Let's see. See if there's anything interesting. There she is. That's some bait. Chuckle Cartel is not exactly excited about the zombie game. So this game is live? You spend 28 to buy a weapon, and if you die, you can't play again for 24 hours unless you buy another weapon. This is just one game of many that will come out. Also, we're open to changing how zombies works. However, right now, 20% of the total voting power is on the line. Projects without the ability to climb the league table by locking Nico have an opportunity to get a massive amount of voting power. I don't dislike the game, was just a little bummed out after buying a weapon and dying in the game to be met with a timer locking the gun for 24 hours. Yep, not just you. We're thinking of lessening the timer. Play to earn equals ghetto pigeons. Pay to play realms. Am I getting this right? Ooh, shots fired. The main goal of Realms Zombie is for our team to develop using more complex flows such as multiplayer, token coins, NFT assets, match finding, security, and so on. As already mentioned, there will be several other game projects coming up. It's a pity you ended up not liking it. Airport Beers likes pizza. All right. I don't know. I haven't played. I don't know. What is Algo Spaces? Okay. Okay. I mean, let's see. I took the angle of just trying to get these fucking people to pay attention. Look at me. All right, let's go. Dissent has cautioned White House officials on attempts to fire Federal Reserve. We don't need that. Don't fire fucking J-Pow. I don't think it's a good idea. You're not supposed to. By the way, Steph doesn't get calls for shit. He does not get calls. Look at that. He says this was much dirtier than the jaw play, but you won't hear a word. But the jaw play wasn't dirty at all. Jaw just felt like landed on the ground and turned his ankle. There was nothing dirty about it. Here we go. Myth Finance. Am I following them? No, I gotta follow. Why aren't you following me? Just kidding. The Coop Algo node proposes first block. 2 rounds later, our backend. Am I sharing? Yeah, good. 2 rounds later, our backend did its thing. 9.05 Algo was swapped for 104 Coop, and an extra 300 Coop was added from the farm contract. The combined 404.32 Coop is now allocated proportionally to Coop Algo holders, earning 22% APR, meaning each circulating Coop Algo is now worth an extra 0.006738 Coop. Coop Algo holders currently enjoy a 22% APR. You can also see how this breaks down. Algorand Protocol APR 6%, Coop Algo Farm 16%. Projected Coop buying pressure 3,619 Algo a year. The initial Coop Algo staking limit of 60,000 was reached quickly, so we've increased it to 120,000. Hell yeah, D13. I got to get in here. I got to get in here for this. If you want to learn Algo Kit, I posted about. Man, I'm not going anywhere. There is no other community that rivals the Algorand community in their commitment and their building. And they're continuing to build, and they're making it easier to build. I think it's good. I think it's solid. It's not my only game, and it's not the only game in town, and it doesn't need to be. This guy is a longtime account that I know, and he's a good player. Just anyways, it's all gravy. United Health down 125 billion. Strange, on the day we filed the Epstein lawsuit, April 8th, the Justice Department sent us a letter that said they had no records from Pam Bondi's office in response to our records request to her office, which was for all records of communication between Attorney General Bondi and any other to our records request to her office, which was for all records of communication between Bondi and any other individual or entity regarding any lists or other records depicting the identities of clients or associates of Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, that is like, obviously that charade that they did with the Epstein files, it implicates all of your heroes. If your hero is Bill Clinton, it's going to implicate him. If your hero is Donald Trump, it's going to implicate him. Like, join the real world, folks. It's okay to live in reality. These guys are corrupt, and they're actors for an agenda that may or may not be the right agenda for peace and thriving. You know, like, we got to get our glasses off that everything is supposed to be morally perfect, and everybody, especially people that have reached the highest level of power, are going to behave ethically. They don't. They're creeps because they can have anything and everything. They want what they can't have. So these powerful people are fucking creeps. A lot of times. They're not all that way. But at the same time, don't we want an environment where we can raise families safely, go to the store, be creative, capitalism, reach levels of comfort? It's like the left tries to demonize Trump into being this awful, crazy person when they're the same shit. Anyways, this is all the same shit. Just be, guys. Yeah, no dilution on Coop. Not at all. There's no way to dilute Coop. Coop is fully distributed in the fairest way possible. We have our Michael Saylor, Michael Ockler. So you want to watch him closely. Oh boy. All right, let's keep on. Let's move on. I'm done. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much for showing up. Coop, it's going to be the Warriors. All right, Bob Barker, you got Steph. That's right. That's right. We got Steph. Steph is banged up. Thank God they won that game against the Grizzlies, because they could not be playing tonight and then have to start a series against the Rockets on Monday. Coop. Steph, we got to get Steph holding some Coop. That's what we need. Denver. Yeah, you would think Denver over. Is it that delayed? No way. You got to get Denver. I don't know. The Clippers can do it for sure. They have the team to beat Denver. I want it for my son, but it seems unlikely. And the fact that the Clippers are the favorites is intense. But they've been playing. I guess it makes sense because they've been one of the hottest teams in basketball. So, all right, folks. Hey, I will see you on tomorrow, because today's only Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do this again. Have a great rest of your Thursday.